How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Creatives Podcast. I am one of two co-hosts, Tevin Brown, and of course, we are missing Simone today. She is dearly missed. She is a queen, killing things as always. Today, we actually have a very special guest on, dear friend of mine. I met him a little while back. Absolutely incredible. We met in a whirlwind where he was absolutely stressed, and I could tell. So it was like weird to say hi because I was kind of just popping in for a night. But he is an actor. He is a stuntman himself. He is also an action DP. He is Phoenix Zito.
Hi. Thanks for having me on, Tevin.
Thank you for being on the show, man.
Yeah, man.
Heck yeah. So getting right into it, always my first favorite question. It's always the most unique question with everybody's answers because everybody is so different. What is the origin story to Phoenix?
In terms of like film stuff?
In terms of film stuff, in terms of just you know, like.
Ooh, that's a deep question, man. I don't know.
I love
okay,
deep questions.
so yeah, no, I'm not really from anywhere, I guess I would say, right? I've moved 30 times in my life. Well, 29
I feel
technically times in my life, and so I'm 27 years old, so I've kind of bounced around a lot. So I'm not really taking on a persona like I own Colorado or I'm from Texas or Kansas, wherever, because I'm just a culmination of all these different places.
Yeah.
So I've got different styles, different ways of talking, from everywhere I'm from. So, yeah, no, and then for film specifically, I mean, ever since I was in middle school, there was nothing I really wanted to do. I would just stay up super late watching like a channel called Indie Mogul or like Film Riot, like watching how to make films, like the BTS. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else I ever wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do in that world, but I just wanted to be part of it.
Okay.
You know?
Heck
Yeah.
So what was the moment where, because you were already into it, watching all of the different channels, everything, what was that moment where you kind of, not necessarily did find it, but got your feet wet and got like that first step in?
I mean, I guess the first thing I worked on was like a high school student film in Texas. It was awful. It was really bad. It was terrible. And then I worked on a feature out there, a couple years later, and I'm like, okay, this is great. So I moved out to Colorado. I had a feeling I needed to be out there. Okay. And that's where I ended up meeting people that went to a film school that allowed me to kind of work my way into that film school and start a network. So eventually that all took me here. So
Dude, heck yeah.
Yeah. Been all over the place.
Yeah. So what was that journey like when it kind of like the feeling and everything of where you kind of were already acquainted with like bouncing around a lot and you were in Colorado getting into film. What was kind of that journey that brought you to New Mexico in like that scenario?
So I was working with the stunt team. You've had them on before, Rising Star. I'm sure.
Awesome team.
Yeah. So I was working with them. I've done stunts with them for a long time.
Nice.
And so I knew they were hoping to come down here because film was popping off. Mm-hmm. I wasn't as aware of it, but then my buddy Zane Barber ended up coming down here as well, and he kept trying to convince me. And eventually, years later, because I was living in San Francisco last, I'm like, okay, fine. All right, there's not a lot of creative projects in SF. I'll try New Mexico. I'll see how that goes. And so I'm here. And I've done a lot more creative projects than I have in SF.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Heck yeah. So when you came out here, was it just like hitting the ground running and everything, or?
No, it was like the opposite, man. It was crickets everywhere. But as soon as I started to meet people, because I knew the stunt team coming in, I knew my buddy Zane, so that allowed me to kind of like whittle my way into things a little bit. And then from there, just taking a hold of every connection you have and letting those roots spread. And then next thing you know, you've got a little bit of a network going on. Which is great, yeah.
Rewinding a little bit, because you had already met Rising Star Stunt Team and everything. Mm-hmm. How did you get into the stunts world? Do you have like a background in like fighting? It was kind of just like you always thought it was cool and wanted to dive into it?
Yeah, no, I've always thought it was cool and wanted to dive into it. I'm self-taught with parkour, so I used to do a lot of that. I've been doing that for, a long time. And that combined with like the limited martial arts background that I had, I was able to meet the stunt team and then start just working with them. They usually only talk to you if you do like traditional martial arts, like your taekwondo, kung fu, karate, things like that. Yeah. I didn't. I did kickboxing, Muay Thai, and jiu-jitsu. And they're like, well, yeah, but you can flip, so you're good enough. And you're good at choreography. So
Yeah.
come on in. And so that's how I kind of got on board with all that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's incredible. And I know I want to dive into another piece because I know you recently just did a film with Paris, who we actually also had on the show.
Yes, she's incredible. I love her so much. She's
so
amazing. Yeah, she is.
That project, how did you find out about it? What was it like when you got the role? I know it's still kind of in its rollout thing, so there's probably pieces that you can't talk about with it.
Sure,
but
yeah.
kind of what was that whole piece like?
Yeah, so for that movie, it was like a year and a half ago. I just saw a Facebook post. They were looking for someone to play this character for the table read.
Okay.
They weren't looking to cast at all.
Yeah.
But I responded right away. And then I'm like, hey, I'm available. I would love to read for your feature for this movie called No Place. The director's Holly Adams. And I don't know, I went there, I read the project, and at the end of it, the producers and Holly, the director, were there, and they're like, hey, so we want you to stay after for a little bit, and then I did, and then they're like, hey, so you kind of fit the look exactly like we want, and we loved your portrayal of the character. What do you think about trying to actually just play the role? I'm like, are you kidding? Yes, I'll do that for sure, 100%. So, I mean, we did a podcast, like audio version of it, like almost like an audiobook or radio play.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, to try and get funding. And then over this last June, we just shot the dang thing, and it was amazing.
Heck yeah.
We had Paris come on board, and she absolutely crushed it. She's she's a powerhouse.
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, goodness, because I feel like there's so many things I want to ask in so little time. Diving into it and kind of sticking with the acting route first.
Yeah.
So you were already doing stunts. Did the stunts come first or did the acting come first?
Oh, the stunts came first. I was terrified of acting. I didn't ever want to act. That switched really in December of last year. I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to really fully try to take the leap and dive into this with a film I did called, just dive in, Last Flare. It was a movie about a capsizing boat, which is why it's funny I said dive in.
Nice.
But yeah, that was shot on a soundstage on a blue screen here, so it's funny. It takes place in the Pacific. All the crew and most of the actors are from LA, but no, they wanted to shoot this Pacific Ocean movie here in Albuquerque. I don't know why, but I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have been involved otherwise.
No, that's so sad.
Yeah, it was
oh my
amazing.
Goodness. What was kind of the feeling in that scenario? Was it when you had found out about it, you were like, you know what, yes, let's do it? Or was there like temperament? That's the word I'm looking for with it.
Well, I don't know. I've worked in crew long enough and I've done stunts enough to where I just kind of knew what the job was.
Yeah.
And I knew the most frustrating thing for me as a DP watching actors work is when they just don't commit, when they're scared of it. So I had to just step on stage and be like, all right, this is terrifying. I'm on a blue screen, like on a sound stage. This is not my world. I like to be behind the camera, but I don't want these people to be waiting for me. These are all like real professionals. So I'm just going to give it everything I've got right here and now and make sure it just comes out. I'm doing my job as good as I can, so nobody's waiting on me. You know?
Yeah.
And so, but through that process, I was able to find out that I'm able to take these emotions and things I was feeling, because I was going through a lot at the time, and just let it out through the character. And it was so cathartic. It was therapeutic.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And I fell in love with it right then and there. And now that's all I want to do. You know?
I get the feeling all too well.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of perfectly said, because it's kind of one of my favorite sayings that I came up with, trademark Tevin Brown. I mean, I probably didn't. Someone else probably said it before, but until proven otherwise, my quote, where the artist genuinely chooses two paths, where they either use their art for distraction or confrontation of life and their situations around them and everything. And I love that you kind of were able to use that role to just kind of like have that piece to be able to let it out and have that cathartic moment where it was, because I've had roles where it's been, I use it to distract myself from like what's going on the outside, and I've had roles where it's like, oh, my life problem's perfect for this.
Right. I know exactly what he's going through right now.
So I think that's just so beautifully said. And also, you kind of touched on it a little bit in there that we kind of grazed over a little bit in your intro and then kind of got brought back up there. DPing. How did that come about? Was that back with the high school projects? Was that kind of more recent?
It's a little bit later than the high school projects. When I went to film school at UC Denver, shout out, I just kind of fell in love with the artistry of camera work. When I was in high school, we didn't have a film class or anything, but we had a photography class. So I loved learning about the cameras, the lenses, the settings, just how to tell a story or a concept visually with camera and lighting and lens. And so I just kind of moved on to doing it with film when I got to film school, because that's all I've wanted to do. And then I was finally able to have an outlet to do that and express that. And it was so cool. It was something I do love, something I'm glad I have a background in and can do. And it's something I'm sure I'll continue to do. It's not my main focus at this point in time, but it's something I'm sure I'll pursue more.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And that's what's honestly always so crazy to me, because when I had met you, you were DPing.
Yes.
And so that it was like, I think shortly after, like, we were following each other, and then I was starting to see all your posts, and I was like, oh, damn, he acts too, and he does stunts, and he does this. Like, you do a little bit of everything, man. Like,
you kind of got to be a jack of all trades if you want to be consistently getting around. And thank God I'm finally getting to a point where it's able to be a little bit more consistent, which is great. That's amazing. Yeah. Still need a little bit more consistency there, but you know.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
With projects that you are able to talk about, whether it's on the behind the camera side, DP, or in front of the camera, acting and everything, do you have a couple of I always say a couple favorite roles, but I think in here I want to focus on, do you have a couple favorite moments from being on set that you always like to think back to?
Oh man. Oh God. that's hefty. I guess, I mean, like I said before, with that project Last Flare, which is now in festivals, so I think I can talk about that one freely.
Nice.
I was able to, just being able to let it click, this is what I'm going through. And my character is supposed to be screaming at the top of his lungs in panic and pain. And I can just do that. Nobody's going to look at me weird, because that's my job right now. You know? So that was amazing. And then, working on that movie No Place with Paris, when we finally came time to shoot it in June, I mean, just that was an insane moment in time, because we had our script and we were able to rehearse it with each other for months before we even got on set. And we were able to really just dive deeper into a character than I've ever been able to before. And it was amazing practice. It was an amazing time. I think I'm just excited for it to come out. I'm excited to watch it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That one. And then I just did another one too over in September. I could probably say what it's called. It's called Gimme a D, which sounds gross, but it's not like that at all. I swear, it's just the name. There's not even a kissing scene in that movie, but it's like the letter, Cheers, give me a D.
Yeah.
So that's what it's referring to. That one was also really cool, because I was playing like a nerdy character, but then the director knew I did stunts, and so then at the end there's a final confrontation with the killer, and I'm able to kind of let loose a little bit more and go more stunt heavy. Which is kind of really cool. Just moments, like that, where I'm able to really connect to it, or really just take a hard left turn, I think are really interesting.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Sticking to favorites, what are some of your favorite things about filming in New Mexico?
Oh man, the land of enchantment. My favorite things about filming here is that it's all authentic. There's no faking it. If it looks like characters and actors are out in the heat, you're out in the heat, man. It sucks. Yes. We don't have a Hollywood flats for our desert scenes. We're in the desert. Sand gets everywhere. Sand, dirt. I mean, I've swallowed more than my fair share. I love it or hate it. It's a beautiful place. We've got some of the most gorgeous sunsets. We've got amazing scenery. It's not all just desert too, if, you go to Santa Fe and you've got the greenery, you've got El Mapayas, you've got all these other cool, unique geographical locations that are really, really neat to film at. But yeah. In Tijeras, shot up in Tijeras, and that's a whole wooded area, which is very different also.
Oh, it's so beautiful up there. Heck yeah. Moving on to another piece. Because we've talked a little bit about favorites, we've talked about stunts a little bit, acting, DPing. What are... It's I want to ask this question, but then it feels like a job interview. The way my brain was oh, ask it this way. And I'm no, I'm just going to ask it that way. What so flipping it and doing the other side of the coin, how do you kind of keep the fire going in kind of the tougher moments? Like, even not necessarily like the tougher moments that I feel like a lot of us kind of jump to right now, where there's not a lot of work and like the slow moments, but even the moments where it's just like a rough set or different things.
You know, for a rough set, I hear a lot of people talk about rough sets all the time, and I've been on sets that have been incredibly rough, but I mean, my North Star is just that this is what I love doing. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do anything other than film. And so even when it gets really, really tough and really, really stressful, at the end of the day, I'm still working on a movie or a show or a short film. No matter what it is, I'm still producing this piece of media that I've always wanted to be a part of. You know, I'm like Ariel, part of your world, right? So, so it's, I don't know, you know, I don't let myself get overwhelmed or too stressed out in the moment, because at the end of the day, we're making movies, you know? And there's something just magic about that.
Hell yeah.
At least to me.
That was so beautiful, the way you just said that. It felt like in a movie when like you do like a really long, beautiful monologue, and you're like, at least to me.
Okay.
Good. I feel like there's still so many things I want to talk about, and my brain's going a mile a minute, which is honestly good because I kind of need it.
Good.
Moving into another piece, because we kind of talked about keeping your North Star and staying focused and just how beautiful that is. With everything and the whole journey and all of the stuff you're doing, and I know there's stuff that you're not fully able to talk about yet.
Yeah.
So the better piece of my question is, of all of the stuff you've done so far, what is that one thing that you're kind of like, whether it's a dream role or like a dream genre to do?
Dream genres to do. Okay, so dream roles. I guess let's start there, right? I mean, Spider-Man, obviously, but which I was able to play Spider-Man in Offset, this new season coming out. So watch out for me as Spider-Man in season 8 of Offset, and that'll be great, right? So it was like a childhood dream come true. Another one is when I have longer hair, right? When it's shoulder length, chin length, whatever. And I've got a little bit of the 5 o'clock shadow going. I always get comparisons to Kurt Cobain. And I'm not saying they need to have a Kurt Cobain biopic, but if they did a Kurt Cobain biopic, I would love to be in the running for Kurt.
That would be dope. I actually can see that.
You could see it?
Yes.
Good.
Dude, I would fucking watch that.
Thanks.
That would be good.
I would play that. I would play that for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And then pivoting to genres. Is there any genres that you haven't done yet that you're like, oh, I would love to do just one thing in that?
Yeah, well, action, because I've done a lot of action with the stunt team, but I haven't done action with a good character. And I want to blend those two together. You know, I've done amazing, beautiful dramas like No Place with incredible character work that I can't wait to have people see. And then I've done the action where I've done just a bunch of fight scenes, but I want to put them together. And horror, I love horror, but I got to finally do that with Give Me a D. That was a horror comedy. But just more and more and more. I just want to do more horror, and I want to do action acting, I think would be amazing. So superhero roles, let's do it, you know?
Hell yeah.
It'd be fun.
Hell yeah, that'd be so dope.
Yeah.
Goodness, moving into another piece, because I know you just came back from LA doing some stuff that we can't talk about. And then was there something that you were also doing out there separate from that?
I did a couple things out in LA.
Okay.
When I was out there, I went out there just to, I guess, do a live test to be part of a stunt team for a bigger movie that I can't talk about.
Yep.
But when I was out there, I also got another audition last minute to be on one of those judge reality TV shows that's not real. It's but so I played a plaintiff in that, and it's all one take.
So sick.
Yeah, you don't get a do-over. It's like the cameras roll. It's like this, you know.
Yeah.
Except they give you your concept. You practice your concept for about an hour before you get in there with the defendant, and then the judge comes in, and you just act like it's real.
That's so sick.
So watch for me on Justice with Judge Maybelline. It's not real.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh,
Judge Judy is the only real one from what I've heard. So.
Actually, that doesn't surprise me. Judge Judy's, Yeah, she don't seem the type to be like, all right, let's just fake all of this. She does not seem patient at all.
No.
Which, honestly, dealing with those people, I don't know if I could be either sometimes, like watching some of them episodes. I've actually always had the joke, because I recently had my daughter, and since she's been born and like we've seen her, I've had the running joke of I wanted to go on Maury. Because like, for people who have seen her, because I only share her privately because I don't want her online with a lot of the dangers that's going on with AI and like a lot of weird people out there. I couldn't deny that child if I wanted to. So like I've always imagined like doing like the Maury episode and like getting to do like my interview and being like I don't understand why I'm even on this show. That baby don't even look nothing like me.
Meanwhile, it's like a mini. It's like a clone of you.
It's like it cuts to her and then they're like, yeah, Tevin, come on.
Like she is yours, dude. There's no denying.
But that's actually crazy to hear, and I cannot. Now I'm going to be searching for it. As we're starting to round the show out, because we always run out of time way too fast. One of my favorite questions, honestly, probably my favorite question with each person, whether it's a bullet point, whether it's sentence, monologue, paragraph, a piece of advice that you've picked up from your personal journey for any up and coming artists of any age and any background out there.
A piece of advice?
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Sometimes things do get hard, and there are a lot of lull moments where nothing is happening.
Yeah.
Now, the biggest thing I've noticed with a lot of my peers, a lot of people that are alumni of my university, you know, they might end up going to LA and they might end up working around for a little while, and they fizzle out. So, I mean, the thing is, make sure it's for you, because it's not easy, but if it is for you, stick with it. You know, because the people that stick with it and hold through those rough times are the ones who can make it through.
Yeah.
It's not always easy, but when it is, it makes everything else worth it.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, man.
Before we go, is there anywhere that people can follow you, see some of the stuff that you've worked on that's already out, be able to follow for when some of these future things like No Place are able to be watched?
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to promote all of it on Instagram. You can follow me there at Phoenix_Soul_. Soul is my middle name, SOL. And yeah, I'll be promoting absolutely everything I have over there when the time comes. And so that will be hopefully enough. And, for my DP stuff, I use the handle Ashlight Pictures. And that's, yeah. And that's,
Heck yeah.
Yeah, those are both me.
Awesome.
Cool.
Any final words before we tune out?
Thank you so much for having me. This is a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see the show when it comes out.
Heck yeah, no, thank you, man. I needed this.
Good.
I needed this good energizer for people in the background. I've been up since 4 a.m, so I'm a little sleepy, only a little bit. But yeah, man, thank you for being on here. This has been such a great conversation, and God, I want to ask so many more questions, but I know my more questions are going to lead to the producers dead-eyeing me and being like, Tevin.
That's okay. We'll do an hour and a half episode.
Exactly.
We'll do
the
right
extended cut.
Okay.
No, but seriously, thank you for being on here, man.
No, thank you, man. Thank you. I do appreciate it. This is a lot of fun. Thanks for allowing me on here to give me a platform to just talk about things and the stuff I love doing. This is a lot of fun. So it does mean something to me and to the community. Like you doing this podcast is, I think, really important and beneficial to the community.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. I love doing this freaking podcast. Sometimes it gets hard when I don't have Simone, because Simone always asks like some of the, God, Simone, we miss you. Please come back. No, but I'm gonna do my outro and be a good boy. Thank you guys so much for watching the Creatives Podcast. I know I was doing a really good job until I got to the end there, and you're starting to see a bit of my loopiness. I'm ready to go to bed. YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to share it, get it out there. We absolutely love doing this podcast. We love being able to bring all these people like Phoenix on, and Paris from previous episodes, and a lot of our previous episodes. And honestly, can we just sit for a second and talk about the fact that we're approaching the end of the year? Like, we started this in February. Like, our first episode was February 3rd. I went back and checked. And it's just been a crazy journey, and it's been so amazing to do this. So please be sure to just share it, view it. If you don't have time to view it, share it. so that way other people can view and we can get it out there to more people, and we can bring more people on, and we can continue this through 2026 and 2027 and 2028 and on and on. I want to do this forever, man. Thank you so much to Studio 519. Please be sure to check us out there on Channel 27, and also be able to check us out on Catharsis Media, Channel 96, as well as RM Entertainment, RME Free TV, which you can catch on your Apple TV and Apple devices, as well as your Roku TV devices. So be sure to check it out there as well. It's a completely free site. They have a ton of great content on there. I don't want to say starting up, because I think they've been running for a little bit now, but they're really trying to like push themselves, and they gave us the beautiful opportunity to be able to be on there so we can push our content and get out to more viewers and vice versa, and just do a beautiful relationship there. And also be sure, like, for our local people, support Studio 519, support Catharsis Media. They do a ton of great stuff. They recently had, I guess not necessarily recently, it was during the summer, but they had the film expo that they held, and they had stuff going on here at Studio 519 and a ton of other different places. I went and checked it out. They had absolutely phenomenal panels. Now, for people who know me, they know that I am a huge Law & Order SVU nerd because of my mother. I love that show. I love that show so much. That's probably like the one show where I'd be like, I would love to act in an episode for that. Let me be a psychopath. I don't care. Let me meet Olivia Benson. Mariska, I love you. And where was I going with that? Oh, they had a director from Law & Order SVU there doing an entire panel, and he was just one of like 4 going on simultaneously and 12 that day. And so Catharsis is always doing a ton of incredible stuff. Be sure to go follow them there. Follow Phoenix for all the stuff he's doing. Follow us to be able to watch our content. Follow Studio 19 to see all the amazing stuff that they're doing, and also get in touch with them and support them. And thank you guys so much. I think I've gone through everything. Thank you to my amazing producers who created this show, Daniel and Lydia. Be sure to go follow them. They're a little bit less like, they don't like to be in the camera, as they've said, but like, go follow them and show them some love, because while Simone and I are the face, they're the ones making it happen, and we wouldn't be able to do anything without them and all the people that support us. So I'm done with my rant. Please have a great and safe night.